Welcome to Code with Steven. Today we want to talk about use cases, okay? We want to talk about Navbar. Navbar look very simple. You talk of Navbar like your home page, contact us page, services page. While working on it using Float, you know how difficult it was. So today we want to work on it using Flexbox. So that's one of the use cases because nearly every website has home page, about us page, contact us page, privacy policies. You can just name them. Do you remember this page? This one we use when we are doing our media period, okay? We'll show you how your this thing can be responsive, your website can be responsive. And I told that by the time we get to Flexbox, we'll start using use cases, come back to media period again. So we'll create this navbar and set and make it to be responsive. So without much ado, let's go ahead and create it. So I'll create the nav since we are going to create navbar. Just write nav, bring it down, then UL another list, and I will have with my li all these you need already, so there's no point saving or receiving wasting time. The first one should be home, okay? That is our home page, right? Then we move ahead. Let's just copy this and make it easy. Li second type. This time around should be about us, okay? About. Then the last one, the third one, sorry, that should be services, okay? Kind of our services that will render, okay? And the last one, sorry, something happens there that we don't want label. We want to use just very simple thing, okay? So li should be services, our services. Then the last one, which is li or contact, okay? Contact us. So we want to make sure that we send this to you. Might know that after creating this, you depend on a blog, right? You know it already, so don't want to start going there. But let's move straight to our CSS. We'll go to media.css. And media.css, there are a group of things that I would like us to do. Let me remove this so you can just see it again. Okay. Just for save. So on this, we start with the first one, which is our nav, which will be .nav. Put your code browser, bring it down, or give him a font size. Let's say the font size should be 3 or 4 rem, okay? 3 or 4 rem. And after that, let's give me a background color of background color. Let's give me a color, not background color of white. Let's color the right one. Color of white. Or better still, let's use this color of escape blue. Then let's go to the next one, which is your navbar, comma ul. And for this, the list type should be none, okay? List type will have dash on it. List type should be none. Then margin 0, padding 0. Let me the margin to be 0 and the padding to be 0, okay? Margin 0, padding 0. Then let's move on to the let's select all now, and nav, our ul, and our li, okay? And for that, bring it down. Let's give this a padding. Let's make it also pointer first. So when you point it to look like a navigate, something that you can navigate, okay? So that it's a link. Then let's give me a padding of say 5 or 4 pixels, okay? Padding. Let's say 5 or 4 pieces. Okay. Let's see what we did so far. Let's see what we did so far. Yeah, everything we did is working. If you check the navbar, the list type, we make it to be none, padding 0, margin 0, and the font size 4M, background color white as usual. Then your nav to UI so li we over it to be this color, okay, and then we also give the color white, and that is exactly what is applied. You see it, you see it, you see it. So it's hovering, it's hovering. So now let us now come in and apply Flexbox and see how easy Flexbox would have we make this thing be. Remember that will be using float and the rest of them, we're going to have a lot of work, but with Flexbox things is very easy. So how do we work with Flexbox? Just come to your nav stroke UL, bring it down, and let's display it to be flesh. Okay, so display flesh to else for save. This will happen immediately. Look at it, see it. Then we display flesh. Everything start working perfectly well and fine. Let me reduce this so we can see the whole stuff. Okay, yeah, yeah, see that it works. Okay, I want to reduce this and increase it. Okay, so uh, and for this to there is no real space here. I want to put space there. So to add that kind of space, still let's still go back there where we display the flesh, which is our nav UL, and we extend the flex direction. Okay, so we have to do justify content. We want to make sure that there's a lot of space in between. So justify content, and let's make it space between. Okay, justify content, then between space between. Control S for save. So we now have space in between them. Everything now looks gorgeous. But you can also use another method of using this just like content, but this space between it now gives space to each part. Even though there's a space, see the color or the application applied to each individual. Okay, see, look at it. So if you can make it to ensure that this shadow applies to many, it's a little bit longer than this. So for that reason, we can clear this off, and then come over to our nav URLI, and with display flex, we make it just flex. Okay, type flex and make the flex auto. Okay, auto, auto. Then you now bring it down and test align center. Okay, test align, make the center, test align to be center. That's all. As for save. In that side, the space now become a little bit more bigger. If you expand this, so that the space is now more bigger than the way it was. You see, TV services now have much space for the hovering. Okay, so this is exactly what we can do. But want this to be responsive. Remember when we talk about responsive, when we talk about media query, and we use this div and the small box we do. So how can we now also make homepage to respond to that? If somebody, let's assume that this is a complete website. Somebody want to scroll the website, you find that if you adjust it to mobile view, it should be responsive in mobile view. Nothing should cut. How do you achieve that? So let's go back to that same media query. This time around, we want to work on our nav. So I scroll till I get to media query. Yeah, this is our media query. Since nav is up, we start from, we place it up. So I will click the nav. Okay, get my nav, comma, UL, nav UL, bring it down, and change the flex to column. Okay, remember before now we've not started Flexbox. That's why we are using other method. But now we can by using Flexbox, everything will become very easy. So the flex direction now should be, meaning that by the time the screen should be from top to bottom. Okay, we've done that already. So flex direction column, Control S for save. Then we also go ahead and I want to do everything at the same time, instead of wasting time because I know it to apply. Go to the next one, which is the same nav, comma UL, comma LI. Okay, So we select all of them and test align center. So what this will do is that by the time you scroll to the normal state, you go back to what you call block. Okay, no longer inline. By the time you are using your mobile, it should be in form of block. Okay, so test align should be center so that no matter how it is, our test will remain. Nothing will cut from the test. So it's very simple. Control S for save. Let's now check what we did. I know everything we apply very well. Okay. So let's assume that we are using a mobile phone now. Let me bring. I've shown you how you can actually use your. If you cannot do it like this, you check your web developer to see it. What did you see? Everything now become block element. Okay. So if you also take it back to laptop view, is that it become inline again. Isn't this wonderful? So you now scroll from beginning to the end, nothing cut. And there's also a space in between all of them. Okay, so this is how you can make your website responsive. Okay, what that means that anything you create, everything you added, you always go to media query, either reduce the size or make them to be a little bit easy so I can flow with mobile. Okay, so this is how far we can go. Let's take another use cases and then wrap up the class. See you in our next class. Thank you for coding with Steven today, and please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. And if you also have the same dream with us, then join us. You know, we have a dream. And what is that goal? To build a website from scratch using purely coding. Okay? If that aligns with your goal, then feel free to join our community, WhatsApp community. Ask me on the comment section and I'll send a link to you. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe now, please.